Hello, Ms. Turner's second grade class. My name is Nick Mobley. I'm a police officer with the Clark County Sheriff's Office, and I've been a policeman for almost 17 years now. Ms. Turner had contacted me the other day and asked if I would read one of my favorite books to you guys. I was honored to do that, and I'm definitely a big fan of Silver Creek Elementary. I love Miss Myers and all the fifth grade teachers. I'm a fan of teachers because my mother is a teacher at the middle school. And some of you may have had my wife, which is Kimberly Mobley, as a kindergarten teacher. So definitely a big fan of teachers and appreciate what they do. And hopefully soon, guys, we'll be back in the classroom. So having said that, I am going to read you guys one of my favorite childhood books when I was elementary age that my mother that read to me. It is Where the Wild Things Are by Marie Sendak. This is an interesting book because we're going to talk about Max and his imagination and what kind of things you can do with your imagination when you let it run wild. The night Max wore his wolf suit and made mischief of one kind and another. So this is a picture of Max wearing his wolf suit running around his house. His mother called him Wild Thing, and Max said, "I'll eat you up." So he was sent to his bed without eating anything. So this is a picture of Max in his bedroom wearing his wolf suit. That very night in Max's room, a forest grew. Just a picture of that. And grew. And grew until his ceiling hung with vines and the walls became the world all around. And an ocean tumbled by with a private boat for Max, and he sailed off through the night and day. And in and out of weeks, and almost over a year, to where the wild things are. And when he came to the place where the wild things are, they roared their terrible roars, and gnashed their terrible teeth, and rolled their terrible eyes, and showed their terrible claws. Till Max said, "Be still," and tamed them with the magic trick of staring into all their yellow eyes without blinking once, and they were frightened and called him the most wild thing of all, and made him king of all the wild things. "And now," cried Max, "let the rumpus start." "Now stop," Max said, and sent the wild things off to bed without their supper. And Max, the king of all wild things, was lonely and wanted to be where someone loved him best of all. Then all around, from far away, across the world, he smelled good things to eat. So he gave up being king of where the wild things are. But the wild things cried, "Oh, please don't go. We'll eat you up. We love you so." And Max said, "No, The wild things roared their terrible roars and gnashed their terrible teeth and rolled their terrible eyes and showed their terrible claws. But Max stepped into his private boat and waved goodbye. That's Max leaving then. And sailed back over a year and in and out of weeks and through a day and into the night of his very own room where he found his supper waiting for him. So he's back in his room. There's his supper. And it was still hot. And that's the end of it. What I like about that story is that it's all about somebody's imagination and how you can kind of create a good situation out of a bad situation. He was in his room and imagined all this to himself. So this is something I always enjoyed when I was a kid. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. Guys, be safe out there. I know that our school resource officers are excited about getting back into the schools just as much as their teachers are. And make sure that you listen to your parents. And you all have a good day. And thanks for the opportunity to get to talk to you guys today. Have a good one.